The Magic Porridge Pot is a classic German fairy tale, chronicled by the brothers Grimm, that tells the story of a kind-hearted but poor girl and her mother who are gifted a magical solution to their hunger. This enchanting narrative not only captures the imagination, but also serves as a profound cautionary tale, emphasizing the critical importance of listening carefully and understanding the full set of instructions before embarking on any task, especially one involving powerful magic. The tale explores themes of poverty, unexpected fortune, and the chaos that can ensue from a simple act of forgetfulness, making it a timeless story with a clear and enduring moral lesson. Its simple yet powerful plot has allowed it to be retold in various forms, resonating with audiences of all ages and reminding them that every gift, no matter how wonderful, comes with a responsibility to use it wisely and correctly. A gift of magic. The story begins with a young, good-natured girl who lives in a small cottage with her loving mother. They are deeply impoverished, and their days are often marked by the gnawing pain of hunger, with their cupboards frequently bare and no food to eat. Their struggle for survival is a daily reality, casting a shadow over their simple lives. One day, while wandering through the deep, quiet forest in search of berries or anything edible, the girl encounters a mysterious old woman. This woman, who seems to possess an ancient wisdom and a kind, knowing gaze, is fully aware of the girl and her mother's desperate plight. Seeing the purity and kindness in the girl's heart, she decides to bestow upon her a life-changing gift, a small, unassuming iron pot. This, however, is no ordinary cooking vessel. It is imbued with magical properties. The old woman carefully instructs the girl on how to use its special power. She explains that by uttering the simple command, "Cook, little pot, cook," the pot will instantly begin to produce an endless supply of delicious, sweet porridge, more than enough to satisfy their hunger forever. Crucially, the woman also provides the command to halt the magic. To make the pot stop cooking, she must say, "Stop, little pot, stop." The girl is told to remember both phrases precisely, as the balance of the magic depends on knowing how to both start and stop the process. This moment marks a turning point, offering a magical escape from their persistent poverty and starvation. Overjoyed and deeply thankful, the girl clutches the precious pot and rushes home to share the incredible news with her mother. She demonstrates the magic, and just as the old woman promised, the pot fills with warm, sweet porridge upon her command. From that day forward, the dark cloud of hunger that had loomed over their home dissipates completely. Their struggles become a thing of the past, replaced by the comforting assurance that they can have as much porridge as they wish whenever they desire. The little pot becomes the centerpiece of their lives, a constant and reliable source of nourishment, and a symbol of the miraculous turn their fortunes have taken. They live in contentment, their bellies always full, and their hearts filled with gratitude for the mysterious gift from the forest. A forgotten phrase. One day, sometime after receiving the magical gift, the girl has to go out on an errand, leaving her mother alone at home for a while. Feeling a pang of hunger, the mother decides she will use the magic pot herself to make some porridge. With confidence, she stands before the pot and recites the first command she had heard her daughter use so many times. "Cook, little pot, cook." Instantly, the pot obeys, and a creamy, sweet porridge begins to bubble up, quickly filling the vessel. The mother eats her fill, enjoying the delicious meal until she is completely satisfied and can eat no more. However, when she is ready for the pot to cease its production, she faces a sudden and dire problem. She tries to recall the specific words her daughter used to make it stop, but her mind goes blank. She realizes with a growing sense of panic that she has completely forgotten the crucial second phrase. Consequently, with the stop command unsaid, the pot continues to cook relentlessly. The porridge, which had once been a blessing, now becomes a burgeoning crisis. It rises and overflows the brim of the pot, spilling onto the kitchen floor. The stream of porridge does not cease. It quickly fills the entire kitchen, creating a warm, sticky lake. The relentless flow continues, pouring out of the kitchen and into the rest of the small house, submerging furniture and filling every room. Soon, the porridge spills out of the front door and windows, cascading into the street outside. The magical abundance transforms into a disastrous flood as the porridge begins to inundate the neighboring houses. It spreads throughout the entire village, a thick, sweet, and sticky river that creeps into every nook and cranny, creating a widespread mess of epic proportions. The villagers are thrown into a state of utter panic and confusion, watching in disbelief as their homes and streets are consumed. No one knows what is happening or how to halt the ever-increasing, unstoppable flow of porridge. The resolution: the chaos in the village reaches its peak. The sea of porridge has consumed nearly every building, and it is just about to engulf the very last house standing at the edge of the village. At this critical moment, the girl returns from her errand. As she approaches her village, she is met with the unbelievable sight of a town completely flooded with porridge. Seeing the pandemonium and the desperate faces of her neighbors, she immediately understands what must have happened. Without a moment's hesitation, she raises her voice and calls out clearly and firmly, "Stop, little pot, stop!" Instantly, upon hearing the correct command, the magical pot inside her now buried house ceases its cooking. The endless flow of porridge comes to an abrupt and complete halt. The problem, however, is far from over, even with the source of the flood now dormant. The magical production has stopped, but the immense quantity of porridge remains, covering everything. The entire village is buried under a thick, sticky blanket of food. In order to get back to their homes, to reclaim their lives, and restore their village to some semblance of normalcy, the townspeople are left with only one possible, albeit daunting, solution. They have no choice but to eat their way through the massive sea of porridge that has so thoroughly flooded their community. This final image serves as a comical yet memorable consequence of the mother's forgetfulness, a lasting reminder for the entire village of the day magic provided a feast so large it became an obstacle to be consumed.